Hey, welcome back. I'm Jason Hardy, Elite Barbecue Smokers. We're at South Carolina Festival Discovery here in Greenwood, South Carolina, doing a barbecue competition, KCBS here. And I got the pleasure to sit beside two gentlemen right here, and we would kind of do an interview, let them give you their take on competition barbecue. I'm gonna start on my right here. Introduce yourself and your team name, boss man.
Mark Zondervan, Buogaloo Smoke Crew out of Crawfordville, Florida.
Tim Maloy, Backyard Bros out of Oldsmar, Florida.
So both y'all here out of Florida come to this contest.
Yes, sir.
So how far away did y'all drive?
I personally drove 7 hours to get here. I broke it up. I cheated. I came Wednesday night and stayed halfway at a little campsite right outside of Macon, and came in. He did the same thing, met me there.
I'm about 10 hours total coming out of, because we're down by Tampa, where Oldsmar's at, and it takes about 10 hours, but we stopped with Mark in Twin Oaks in Elko, Georgia, and spend the night on Wednesdays there.
So like I said, both of y'all are 7 hours, 10 hours get here, so this is not a local contest for you.
No.
So why do you keep coming back? It's not your first year being here. You've been here how many years?
I mean, close to 6 years.
Why do you keep coming back to the South Carolina Festival?
I come back to it because it's my favorite contest I've ever been here. And I started, Uncle Kenny was the first one that told us down there. He said, hey, you guys got to come up to Greenwood where y'all like to have a good time. And that's exactly what we did. And Mark, you came the next year or you went the first year?
I came the first year, that same thing, and Jim Elser, Sweet Smoke, and 4 or 5 of us that are really good friends in the FBA heard about this, and we came up and we just had so much fun. We just kind of decided to make this a thing every year. We're all gonna come to South Carolina, Greenwood, and hang out. We all set up in the same area, and you got restaurants and bars right here local that you can walk to. You don't have to drive anywhere. It's a super well run contest. Julie, she does an amazing job, so that's a lot of it right there for sure.
So you were saying this is one of your favorite contests?
It's right there. We got one in Florida called at Apopka. That's one of my favorite, and that one we do in Apalachicola, that's my other favorite one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So next question here is, how did y'all get into barbecue?
Well,
you wanna go first?
Sure. My son Travis, who me and him cooked together, he used to watch the shows on TV and barbecue. Well, Sunday at my house is family day. I cook for the whole family, grandkids, all that. I've always done it, and I love cooking barbecue. And he came there one day and said, I found a sport that you can do, old man, that you won't be wore out. So he's lied about the wore out part, but anyways, so we went. Our first contest was in at old Woolly Boolies in Suwannee County, Florida. It was about 60 teams, and we come out there mid-packed about 30. Met some of the greatest people. Unbelievable how many friends we made in that first contest, and I just fell in love with it. I thought, man, it's like a big old family. And 2 weeks later, I was in Bainbridge, Georgia cooking, and I got 2 calls, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was the man. But it all went downhill for about a year after that, but I've been slowly working back up. But yeah, I love all the people. It's just it's a big old family.
How about you?
I had a travel baseball team for my kid, and I've always been competitive. I got to have something to do like that, and we shut down that travel baseball team in 2014. And 2015 we started cooking, and we went to this one contest they had close to the house. Went out there and saw what was going on. I'm like, well, we can do this, because I'd cook stuff in the yard.
Yeah.
I said, we can do this, and I said, so the main thing is we just, once we started, I couldn't stop, and it started with like Mark said, it was just the camaraderie. Like, I don't care. I would come and camp with all these guys and not even cook if I had to. And that's one of the reasons I'm done. I'm just done with the cooking part.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. I mean, we've said it many times here. So what is your proudest moment in barbecue?
My first grand.
Where was it at?
It was in Zephyr Hills, Florida, 2017. and we'd been trending in the right direction, and we had all the people that we love in barbecue was there, and beat some good teams, and that was the day. That was the day, and been fortunate enough to get a few more since then. That's been fun too.
Yep. Mine was the first grand. It was in Boss Hog, in where's that? Waynesboro, Georgia. Yeah, and I was getting to the point where I've just about had enough. Decided I don't know if I can run with the big boys. I don't. You know, I was always close, but never getting there. And we only got 2 calls that day, but we were consistent, and we ended up granding, and that just, man, it put a fire under my butt. Then we was wide open again. So, and that was a few years ago.
That was
About 17 too, wasn't it?
That was
Was it 16?
I think it was a year after you granded it.
No,
you granded
Banjo BBQ.
you granded the same year. You and me granded the same year. That year you granded
Banjo
BBQ
BBQ,
and
17.
Yep, 17. Yep.
Yep. I think it's 17. I'm pretty sure it's 17.
And, you know,
17 or
the story
18.
about that, when he won that grand, we were there too. They haven't left the keys in the Boss Hog Mobile.
All right, now you got to
since
start
that
over.
contest.
Now you know you admitting this on.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You can't tell on me now.
Yeah,
You admitting to this on stuff here.
we took that car until it ran out of gas at about 2 o'clock in the morning by the Ferris wheel.
And what he's talking about, he didn't leave the property with it.
No,
They got that car and
Drove
had a
it in
good time that
circles.
night and drove in circles all night long there. And so they don't leave the keys in the Cadillac no more.
They don't even leave it on site.
Yeah, they
as
take
soon
the
as it's
thing
over,
home.
it's gone. Ever since that
I'd
year.
be afraid we'd hot wired or something probably now.
Oh man. Damn. So what is something that you wish you'd have known now when you first started barbecue? You could have told yourself back then, or you could tell somebody starting it. What's something you wish you'd have known?
Guru. I started out with 2 Walmart stick burners and stayed up all night long feeding it wood. I'd burn a whole truckload. Now I hit that Guru and I sleep about 6 hours and get back up. I wish that was the first thing somebody taught me when I got in barbecue.
I wish they'd have taught me that I can cook meat out in 4 hours. That took me 4 years. 4 years ago we started that. Here was the first time I went hot and fat, and I wish I'd have known that because we were cooking on the gravity feds, and I'd have to worry about it. It's, you know, I didn't like getting up in the morning and smelling that pork wrap or nothing like that. So we figured out how to just get up at 7 and fire it up and do that. But yeah, that's the number one thing if I'd have started that.
So we got 2 good information you heard here. Number 1 is temperature controls, which is Guru's here. There's a couple versions out there, but Guru is probably the best one right now as far as on the market. And also learning how it's comfortable techniques to yourself. If it's hot and fast, it's low and slow, but the thing is learning what best for you. And don't ever underestimate, excuse me, I can't talk.
Underestimate.
Yeah, that word. What you need is sleep. 'Cause if you do not have rest in this here, and you go to make a box and you haven't had a chance to rest, to sleep, or whatever else, you're gonna make mistakes. And all that hard work is on out the window, right?
Amen. Amen.
I mean, that's something that really, truly, when you get in competition, even cooking at home, be able to have time to sit down and rest and be able to focus. It'll be worlds of help to you later on.
The other thing I wished I'd have done from the start is that you weren't even taught that back then because they're just coming out with classes. But until I went to that first class, I didn't even know what I was doing. I went to Jim Elser's Sweet Smokes Q's class and just a light bulb went off. And I basically wasted a whole year till I went to his class and figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
So what he's talking about there, and we've said this before, but if you can go out there and go take somebody and take a class, and it doesn't have to be somebody that's necessarily top of the game class. You usually take a class with somebody that's been competing, understands the philosophy, understands the whole system to it. They can share information to you. It's going to help save you a ton of money, number one. It'll way pay for its class. But also give you a foundation of where to go from, how you can start. I think
Absolutely.
that's the biggest thing is getting a foundation. Because, yeah, you can come out here and cook chicken cordon bleu, but you ain't going to win a contest. You'll probably get DQ'd for it, actually.
Yeah, no doubt.
The main thing was the techniques, learning the techniques of how to do it. I mean, we can throw whatever rub we want on there. A lot of us use a lot of the same stuff in a different combination or whatever. and the flavor profile you can figure out pretty good. But the techniques and learning how to learn and just having somebody that knows how to do it shows you what tenderness is supposed to be like and stuff. Because I had no clue what tenderness. I just worried about the box.
Yeah, that was me too. I was in a contest. I did the same thing. I took Jim Elser's class, and it was a game changer. And I was struggling with ribs even after his class. And I cooked out of a trailer where we were right out the back, and I had all my ribs sitting there, and I was trying to figure them out. And Jim walked by and said, "Jim, can you come over here and tell me what you think of these ribs?" And he put a glove on, and he said, "Overdone, tight, perfect, overdone." So me and my son, we went to poking. We got first place ribs that day, and that was all we needed. We needed somebody to show us that little extra of what they want in competition. Once you learn the tenderness in this, like Tim said, everybody uses 100 different rubs and sauces that are good. There's so much, so many good products out there, but it's a tenderness contest, in my opinion, anyways.
If you can hit tenderness, you can overcome a lot of flavors.
Correct.
You can overcome a lot of appearance to it.
Yep.
Right.
If you can hit that tenderness, then all of a sudden that's a whole different ball game. But when you can't hit the tenderness, and then it's also too salty, too spicy, whatever, you can get killed. So go take a class and understand the techniques, understand just the introduction about what it is. And I promise you, it'll be something from long term, it'll save you money in the long term. But it's definitely something to do to at least learn what the terminology is.
Game changer, for sure.
Definitely game changer. So y'all have any sponsors that y'all want to talk about as partners?
Yeah, well, I got the butcher shop for one that Kevin Green in Pensacola. He's been with me and Travis for 5 or 6 years now, and he is unbelievable. He handpicks all our meat for us. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we could do this. He's and there's a lot of competition teams that use him in the last few years since we have. And then Jim Elser with Sweet Smoke Q. I use all his product. He, in my opinion, has the best comp sauce on the market, and I use all his rubs too. We do very well with it. So both of those are two of my sponsors. So I got some little stuff, but that's my big ones, and super happy to have them because it's an expensive sport, like we all know.
Yeah.
So having that helps out a lot.
I've got my main one, who's been with me since my first chicken call, is Chad Ward with Whiskey Bent.
Yep.
I don't know if everybody's heard of him or not. They probably have. But he gives us some good discounts there. He's taking care of us for since we started almost. And then of course Jim Elser and Hot Water Chulas, Matt with Hot Water Chulas has always taken care of us with different things, and in my company. My main sponsor.
Right, I hear you.
30%, 40% discounts here and there. That's the cheap part.
Yeah. So, kind of getting back to core barbecue right here, and I like asking this question here. What is the one thing that surprised you most about competition barbecue? I know you said you come from travel ball, and you were just trying to find something you and your boy can do.
Right.
But what is something here that you truly have just been inspired by? And a lot of people say it's the friendship, relationships we build and stuff like that. So
it's how open people are. The very first person I ever met in competition was Jim Elser, right beside me, and he was first in everything that year, winning the FBA. And he showed me, he took the time to stop at my trailer on his way, open his box and show me what a box is supposed to look like. Showed me what he was using. I'm not sure I believed him at the time, but his boxes were amazing. I met Matt Barber. All the people that I met, you would think that they had to hold their secrets tight, but they don't. They share, and if you're struggling, you can go ask any of these guys out here that are doing well, and they'll open up for you. And that's what surprised me the most. Being as competitive as we all are, we still share, to help each other out. That's the amazing part of this for me.
Yeah, just like this morning, I ran out of maple syrup and went next door and got some, and stuff like that. I would say how not that much I put on actually winning. I'm sometimes you know, I was happy for him when he got his first one. Anybody new, just, you know, I've just never really worried about it too much. I always say my cook's not very good anyway. But yeah, I would say
he's a sandbag.
appreciating, I'd say about appreciating, you know, other teams getting calls and stuff like that, and how everybody at awards claps for everybody.
Yeah.
Like nobody, you know, you may have had a bad day, you're sitting on your hands at awards, but we leave there after awards and we're having just as much fun afterwards as we do any other time.
And I've said this before here. I've not met nobody in barbecue that I don't like.
Yeah.
Now, I have met people I don't want to hang around too much with, I'll be honest with that. But I've never met nobody I don't like.
Right.
We've been very blessed to meet some really great people and have some great relationships with some good people here. So we've been really blessed with that, and there's really good people in there. So from competition, come out here, we want to help you out, because the truth is this. We want you to do good and turn in a good box. Because if you turn a good box in and we're going to be on the same table as you is, the chance we go head to head. I'm happy to go head to head. But if somebody comes out there and they turn a box in and they put nothing but cayenne pepper on there, that whole table's dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd rather you turn in good food that can be competitive, so we're all on the same page.
Right. And we love this sport and we want it to grow.
Yeah.
So we want more people to come in. So if you come in and you don't know anything and you meet any of us here, I promise you, we will help you out 100%. We want you to stay with the sport, because if we don't get new people coming in and old people go out, we're going to lose our sport. So we're always encouraging people to come out and try it. And anytime you see me, for sure, Buogaloo, you come knock on my door and come talk to me about barbecue. I'll help you out any way I can.
But keep in mind, on Saturdays between 10 to 2,
Yes.
we may tell you to come back after that.
There's no doubt.
I mean, we'll help you, talk to you when we want to, but during that little window from about 10 to 2, we try and do turn-in box. So our mind is definitely focused on that.
That's correct.
So how can people get in touch with y'all for social media, and if they want to find out more information about you as a team?
Well, Buogaloo has a web page, and we're on Facebook, so you can go to you can look us up on Facebook. It's the easiest way to do it. And Buogaloo Smoke Crew, and we post all our pictures and our awards and things that happen at the competition. Or my son does. I can barely dial a telephone, but he does all that. And, so anytime you want to shout out, my son will be more than glad to answer questions, help you out. If you stuck on something, you practice on chicken and you got a question, we love doing stuff like that. So hit us on Facebook.
Yeah. And how about yourself?
Backyard Bros Competition BBQ team on Facebook is how you can see pretty much what we're doing and stuff. And sometimes I neglect it a little bit, but there's a lot of good stuff on there.
I'll leave all the information down below so you can get in touch with them. Find the information, links to our page and stuff here. But great people here. And if you come out, sorry, we got somebody on the highway trying to be loud. Black music we got next door to it. Oh, by the way, thank you for playing country music this morning. You really stuck with it a lot longer.
I was shocked that he gave in to you, Jason. I ain't gonna lie.
And it was the outlaw country he wanted too.
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
You stuck with it longer than I thought you would. I thought you'd probably do it and then get out of it, but you actually done it pretty good.
I came back to it one time, I think.
Yeah, so we may have turned a leaf here today.
Right.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Probably not. Probably not.
That'd be a great thing.
Probably not.
No, probably not. I'll crank it up at the next contest in Savannah, and that'll be enough of that.
That's right. You be in Savannah?
I might. We on the fence. They told me they got a spot for me if I want to come.
We're staying tonight and tomorrow night in Savannah. We're dropping the rig off in Savannah, and we're staying downtown. We're staying downtown Savannah tomorrow night.
That'll be pretty wild.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
We'll try to do it every year when we're going home. Break up the trip a little bit.
I tell you what, that's going to be a full little hole with teams in Savannah.
Yeah.
Got 45 teams. We'll have 50 teams in there.
I've never been there. I heard it was a good contest.
It's a good contest.
I won that one 2 years ago, and that was fun.
Wasn't that a fluke, though?
No.
It wasn't a fluke?
No, it was a beat down. It was like 707.50.
He did. He whooped everybody on that one. I wasn't there that year. That's the year I took off from that one.
Yeah.
So we'll do it. Anyhow, appreciate y'all tuning in here. Like I said, I'll leave all the information down below. But if you come to contest, come talk to us. Come talk to other teams here. I promise you that everybody out here that I've ever been involved with will be happy to help you out. Now, they may say, give me some time because I'm working on something other, but other than that, they'll be happy to help you out or direct you to somebody here that's not busy at the time. But come out here. We need new teams. We need new places to have contests.
Yep.
You got sponsors and stuff here. These are local towns would love to be involved with that because it's a great way to get known and get your face out there in local communities. So please step up and do that. And if you got any questions, reach out to me. These guys, all the information will be down below. That being stated, thank y'all for watching. Y'all good?
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And it's been great knowing you, brother.
You leaving me?
No.
You done or something?
Thank you, brother.
Well, this is my last year cooking, so.
No, it's not.
He
Yeah,
said
last
he
year.
This is
thinks
my
he's on
retirement
retired tour, but I don't believe him.
I'll get divorced if I start again next year, so it ain't happening.
Why?
Jason,
We're going to the islands.
fake news.
Oh, fake news.
He thinks he's retired, but he'll.
Oh, you
he
ready?
already told me Wednesday night. He's looking at his fifth wheel. He said, "Next year I'm gonna get one of them when I start cooking." I said, "Oh, okay."
I thought I'd go till that thing fell apart, and it's falling apart, so
Yeah, it is.
right on time.
Lord have mercy. You don't need to quit, man. You just tell everybody to sign up. Now you quitting?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not being
It's
very
taken a
supportive.
long time to sign up.
All right. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate
thank you, buddy.
it, Jason. Jason, you